What's up, my loves and fellow innate creatives? I am going to show you now how to download Photoshop. Which version? All of those questions I get asked all the time. We're going to get into that right now. Now, this is a video that goes with our innate Academy courses. So this will be a short video on just Photoshop, and then we have a series of videos that will go along with this to prepare for those courses. So hopefully you get a chance to partake in one of those courses, especially if you're new to Photoshop. I think you would really enjoy the course, and we'll have several other things available for you as well. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of searching. I call it my Google itch. So let's go ahead and search Google for Photoshop. And the reason why I'm using Google is because everybody can use Google. We can all see the same type of results, pretty much even in the same order. Now, I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to go to anything that has ad on it. I'm going to scroll down until I see the adobe.com version of this particular search. So right here, this is what I've selected before: photo, image, and design editing software, Adobe Photoshop. And the reason why it's purple is because I've clicked it before. So let's go ahead and click on that link. Excuse me, I've been talking too much already today. All right, and you don't have to sign in or anything yet. What I want you to realize is where you go to download either the free trial. If you don't have it yet, take advantage of the free trial. All right, so I'm going to show you both ways. If we go to free trial, I'm going to just open that in a new tab. And it's going to give you the idea, okay, well, this is the Photoshop version. It's going to give you 100 gigs of this cloud storage, which you don't need. And then it will give you a 7-day free trial. The problem is, if you go with this free trial, it's going to charge you $20.99 every month, recurring charge after that. So we want to make sure that we're only choosing the photography plan. And people get confused because they're like, well, I'm not a photographer. Do I choose that plan? Yes, this is the plan that you want. The only difference in this plan is that you don't get the 100 gigabytes of cloud storage. You get 20, which is more than what you need for what you would be using this application for. You're not going to be storing your files on the cloud, okay? Not on Photoshop's cloud. So let's go ahead and start with the free trial here. 7 days free, then $9.99 per month. Make sure that's the one that you're choosing, okay? Now, if you've already had Photoshop on that computer before, now if you've never had, even if you've had Photoshop somewhere else before, if you have never had Photoshop on your computer that you're working on tonight or for this session, or tomorrow night, I'm sorry, then you can go ahead and download the trial because it's never been on that system before, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and suggest that if you're only doing Photoshop, do this $9.99 plan, but there's also an option if you are a student or have a student that registers, so you have a kid in the house that's going to learn Photoshop, go ahead and use their EDU address, their school email address to set up this account, because although it's going to charge you as the parent or as the student yourself, because you may be in school as well, you'll be able to use that student ID and log in order to use the full-fledged Adobe suite. So you would get Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and I use Adobe Acrobat Pro and a few other programs like Premiere if you edit videos, some extra stuff. But for right now, I'm telling you exactly what you need for this class, and let's just do this. If you have questions on all the other stuff, let me know, but for the most part, most of you are just using Photoshop, and I'm trying to show you the cheapest way to get it and to maintain it and make sure that you can follow along with me on the tutorials. All right, so I'm choosing this $9.99 one. It comes with 2 seats. Feel free to share that seat. And as a matter of fact, I have if you go to the Innate Creatives private Facebook group and you search the word Buddy, B-U-D-D-Y, there is a listing of people who either have or need Photoshop. Okay, so go there first to see if anyone else has it, and they have a seat available, then what you do is you promise to pay them that $5 a month to help them with their subscription, and you get to take up or occupy their other seat. And that way, you have a chance of only paying $5 a month for Photoshop, as long as you have someone reliable that's already paying for the subscription, and then you are reliable yourself in helping them with that subscription payment every month. Okay, and that's all between y'all. I just set it up as an idea of how you can get started in Photoshop, either for free with the 7-day trial, or at the very least, if you can't do the trial anymore, look for a buddy. Now, if you have 2 seats, you have 2 computers that you know you're going to use at home or at work, then purchase the $9.99, you get 2 seats. For me, I have more than 2 computers that need Photoshop, so I have to purchase multiple plans. Okay, so here we go. We can type in an email here and it'll ask us to continue, and basically we'll be setting up a cloud from here. And let me see if it might not even be an email that I even have that would allow me to download. Let me try. I probably already have a subscription for each of my emails, but let's see here. All right, so here is where you would actually pay, and I'm not going to do that at this very moment because I think I purchased one last time I did this video, so I have an extra subscription floating out there. And what you want to do, go ahead and put in your payment details. It's going to do recurring, but if you go to your options here, you can pay with PayPal, or you can pay with a credit or debit card. This is what I do. If I don't know if I want this to be a recurring charge, I want to try it one time, I will pay with PayPal. And then you always have the option to cancel, but sometimes we forget. Immediately, once I pay with PayPal one time, I will go to my PayPal account and go to my the settings where you have things that are recurring charges, and I cancel it. I cancel that recurring charge for my PayPal. And the reason why I do that is because I don't know if I'm going to continue to use that program, so I want it to tell me when it fails to charge it, so that I can determine at that point in time whether I want to continue that service or not. You're going to continue it, but I'm just letting you know a fail-safe way. Okay, so that's it for how you would purchase it. Same thing with, instead of the free trial, let's say you already know you can't do the free trial. This is even if you removed it from the computer. So if you downloaded it at any point in time, you did your free trial, and let's say you even removed Photoshop from the computer, it's still going to know that that computer had Photoshop at one point in time. So you're going to have to go ahead and buy it. Okay, same process here. Excuse me. So we're going to buy it. We're going to look for the appropriate one. I'm going to tell you that these things, they move around. So sometimes you'll see this $20.99 one come up first, and sometimes you'll see the photography one come up first. Just make sure that you're only choosing this photography option. Go to buy now, and you would go ahead and, let me see if it'll let me buy it. I probably don't remember the password and all that good stuff. Maybe I don't have one. Let's see. Okay, so what it did, because it, okay, so this is what it does. This is what Adobe does. If you have an account set up and you put in your password, it's going to recognize that that account already exists, if it exists, and it'll let you log in. If you did not have an account with that email, then it will create an account for you. Okay, so in this case, I'll use my PayPal, and then optional is company name. We're not even going to play with that. Continue to PayPal, and then it will let me purchase. I'll go ahead and purchase it and spend $10 for y'all just to show you the full process. You're welcome, loves. All right, so I'll go ahead and pay for it. Sure, why not? Just so I can show you the full process. All right, so then I have to make sure I go in my PayPal and cancel that mess, because it will be charging me $9.99 a month, and I already have enough seats of Photoshop. Okay, so let's go ahead and place a secure order. That's when it's actually going to charge me. All right, so this is what you're going to end up with after you pay for it. Maybe even after you do the free trial, it's going to ask you to get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So they just sent something to my email. Let me see if I can open my email in a different window and browser. And this just happens to be the email that is hardest to get to, but we'll get through it together. All right, so Adobe, thanks for your purchase. All right, it says enter the code we just sent. I don't see a code yet. I only see the order number. Oh, and it gives you the cancellation details at the bottom of the email there. So it tells you to cancel your annual subscription before July 2nd to get a full refund. So if you want to put that on your calendar, technically I could even get a refund of the full of the $9.99. So I can do that. That way I didn't know I could do that for you. Maybe I should do that with the other one too. Now I still don't see this. Let me refresh my inbox. Verification code. There we go. So let's do it. All right, updated terms and use. I'm going to accept it because if you don't, you won't be able to use Photoshop. Add a mobile number. Not now. Now, I already have a Creative Cloud as well as Adobe and everything else on this computer. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can without showing you a process that you won't see. So if you don't have Creative Cloud desktop app installed, you probably won't see this part. But I'm going to tell it to open the link in my Creative Cloud. So my Creative Cloud should pop up. And if you didn't have Creative Cloud, it will make you download Creative Cloud first, okay? And then this is what it's going to look like. You won't see update here. You will see install. And if you look down to this is the the full version. So I have all of these different programs that I can download, and you see the ones that I actually use. So Photoshop here, it would say install, you would hit install. Okay. Very much like the way that I see install here. It will start loading and then it will turn blue when it's ready, and then you'll be able to hit open. Okay. And right now it's saying update because it wants me to update my Photoshop. It may even ask you to log in. Just remember what your email and your password was for the login to your Adobe account. I don't know why let me not update this while I'm online with y'all. As you know, Photoshop is a computer hog and it might shut us down. Okay, so once you get it installed, you're going to hit open and bam, Photoshop's going to open, okay? And it won't have any window or anything. It'll pretty much look like that. It'll show you, like, if you want to open up some of the tutorial files or whatever, don't do any of that. We're going to strictly open up our template file, okay? And that template file is in our Innate Academy folder, as you guessed. And that template file is this one. So it will automatically open in Photoshop and we'll be ready to start class, okay? So that's the thick and the thin of it for Photoshop. If you have any questions about that, make sure that you address those questions in the Innate Creatives group. Whenever you ask me questions in that group, other people see the questions. Other people can chime in, tell you what issues they've had as well and how they fixed them, as well as, you know, me being able to chime in and help all of you as well, okay? So let's see here. Lightroom just got excited because I never let my Creative Cloud open unless I physically open it. I don't let it open automatically. So anytime I open Creative Cloud, it gets excited and tries to update and download everything. So I'm gonna let it have its little field day right now. And I'm gonna check to see if any of you have any live questions for me. Let me go ahead and head over to the comments. Have questions for me. Then I'll turn off my volume so I don't have to hear myself. Good morning, loves. Yeah, I'm recording these videos today for y'all to make sure that everyone has everything they could possibly need for the one-on-one Photoshop class. All right. So no questions. Great, great, great. I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I have a series of videos. As a matter of fact, let's bring up this checklist. The video that I did before, we went through how to get this far on the checklist. And now I want to go ahead and highlight download Photoshop. We're done with that. Now check for active subscription. I'm telling people that because some people like, yeah, I have Photoshop. And then you go to try to open it and it gives you a warning saying that, hey, you won't be able to open Photoshop because the subscription isn't active. I don't want that to happen during class. So make sure that your subscription is active. It is ready to roll. As a matter of fact, the way that you can test it is you can try to open this blank all over template, okay? If you can open that blank all over template without any warnings, or without it telling you that that this will be the last time you can open Photoshop unless you pay them, go ahead and take care of that so you don't have that issue during class tomorrow night. All right. So next video, I'll be showing you how to install Zoom and also how to go ahead and install the fonts, brush pack. As a matter of fact, we won't be installing the all over template. We won't be installing the Zoom link. So that'll be it. And then we'll have the whole series complete. Okay? Julia, great question. Where do we sign up? The link will be available as soon as I'm done recording all these videos. I'm going to make the link available this morning. I didn't want to make the link available before I posted these videos because I want everyone to know exactly what they're getting into, okay? So excellent question. It'll probably take me maximum of an hour to record the rest of these videos, and then the link will be live. It is first come, first served. It will be on innatelab.com. The 10-minute teas link, the shop link, all of the links will have the course available for you to click on and purchase. All right, great question. All right, love. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out for this one, and I will be back in about 2 minutes with the next tutorial. All right, bye for now, loves. I'll see you in just a bit.